Welcome everyone, and thank you so much for joining in this very interesting update here on price action of Bitcoin. As we can see guys, Bitcoin right now is flashing us a very interesting scenario, a scenario which is pointing us where the price in the immediate short term, where the price for the coming days might be possibly heading. So before I start talking about it, I want you guys to do me a favor and quickly destroy that like button, and to those individuals watching this for the first time, to hit that subscribe button. And also a quick reminder, if you haven't claimed these free bonuses from Bybit, 500 USDT position airdrop if you want to trade either Ethereum, Bitcoin, Solana, or $200 free 200 USDT position airdrop if you want to trade with Bonk, Popcat, and so on. So all the links to bonuses, not just only from Bybit, even from Phemex, OKX, are given in the description down below. Feel free to check it out. Feel free to grab this opportunity. Now, first thing first, let's look at this Bitcoin ETF flow table, because yesterday we had almost $263.2 million inflow, indicating the investors or the buyers are stepping in around this price zone, and that has created some sort of a support for Bitcoin, and it has also managed to break out of this 59,60,000 resistance. But will this remain? I mean, will this resistance be broken once and for all, or is it just a temporary rally? Because once this key line of resistance gets broken, the price in a bigger picture could be preparing itself for another very bullish move. I mean, on my previous video I showed you guys, in the past price action, whenever the price of Bitcoin has overcome the resistance from this horizontal trend line or the previous high, it has resulted in a new marker phase. Because if you look at this example here on the left hand side, you can see, just like from Wyckoff's price cycle, after breaking out from the previous high, it's going to start a new marker phase, and parallelly breaking out from previous high, flipping that into support, could be following Livermore pivotal point theory as well. I mean, breaking the previous high, flipping that into support means a new buying opportunity. So if we follow this exact scenario, if the price is going to line up with gold, then you can see after breaking out from this horizontal trend line, gold turned parabolic. And if you look at the price action of Bitcoin, you can see we are also testing this horizontal trend line. So once this key line of resistance here in a bigger picture gets broken, we are going to start with an actual rally, actual marker phase for Bitcoin. But for now, it is important that we overcome some key line of resistance, because if we look at the Bitcoin dominance chart, according to this Bitcoin dominance, after breaking out of this neckline, after breaking out from this horizontal trend line, we started with a new bullish move. But if we look at the area where we are, this Bitcoin dominance is facing resistance around 57-58%, but this trend line in the past price action acted as a strong line of resistance, even as support. So that's why it's very normal after testing such resistance to so more sideways movement before choosing an actual trend direction. So that's why if the dominance starts breaking out from this 58-59%, then guys, then the upcoming days is going to be even more bullish for Bitcoin. I mean, the dominance is going to clearly take over, which could be triggering another bullish continuation. So holding Bitcoin, according to this Bitcoin dominance chart, as soon as this horizontal trend line gets broken, is going to be more profitable than holding altcoins. But now, if we simply look at this price action, Bitcoin is fighting to remain above this 50 weighted moving average, which sits around 59,800. And on my previous video, I showed you guys, we had plenty of such attempt. I mean, price, after losing the support from this 50 weighted moving average, we had plenty of such attempt to find support above it, but it failed, resulting in a lower low. Here as well, we tried to break out from this, but we failed, resulting in a lower low. So if we look in our case, since the price of Bitcoin right now is above this trend line, we definitely want this weekly candle to find support above this 50 weighted moving average. And for better confirmation, I want you guys to wait not just only this weekly candle, even the next week candle, because once we see not just only this weekly candle closing above this 50 weighted moving average, but also the next week weekly candle closing above this 50 weighted moving average, that will be a confirmation that the upcoming days for Bitcoin is going to be bullish. Because if you are going to follow this pattern known as descending broadening wedge, you can see guys, price of Bitcoin could be preparing itself for another bullish continuation. But for now, this 60,000, 59,000, in between that range, this resistance must be flipped into proper support, because if we simply look at this price action in a monthly time frame, this horizontal trend line here to the downside, this line was very, very important. And if you look at it right now, this is exactly where we got attracted. This is exactly where the price found support. So what I'm trying to pinpoint here, if we close above 60,000, if we manage to close the weekly above 60,000, then this horizontal trend line will be attracting us. But as soon as we find support, a proper support in between this range, we could be preparing ourselves for an actual bullish continuation. I mean, if you look at it in this manner, you can see, guys, this here in a monthly time frame is a falling wedge. Falling wedge is a bullish continuation pattern. So as soon as this resistance, upper trend line resistance, which is going to be around 60,000, gets broken, I am expecting the price of Bitcoin after that to turn very, very bullish, because we know as soon as this key trend line gets broken, price parallelly will be also breaking out from this symmetrical triangle in a 4-hour time frame. Because right now, if you look at the symmetrical triangle, upper trend line here is acting as a resistance and lower trend line acting as a support. So if the price of Bitcoin manages to overcome the resistance around 60,000 or close to weekly, not just only this week, even the upcoming week above 60,000, then there is a very high probability of price heading towards a new all-time high. But if we fail to do that, I mean, if the price fails to find support over 60,000, you know what is going to happen, because in the past price action, when we had such attempt, price failed to find support above this 50 weighted, resulting in a new lower low, right? It has happened a couple of times. So even this attempt could be just a fake out. So we need the weekly candle, not just only this week, even the upcoming week, to close above 60,000. Because if we do see that happening, weekly candle closing above 60,000, then I personally think the price of Bitcoin could be preparing itself for another continuation like this. Otherwise, we have to wait, guys. Otherwise, we have to wait until this here, this lower trend line, attracts us before deciding the trend direction. So what I'm trying to pinpoint is that since the price right now is testing some of the most important line of resistance around 59,000-60,000, we definitely need to flip that into proper support, because flipping that into proper support means, according to this descending channel, falling channel, bull flag, doesn't matter, we could be getting attracted towards the upper trend line from this falling channel, descending channel, before expecting another continuation like this. I mean, I personally think once this 60,000 gets flipped into proper support, I think 70 and even higher will be on the line, because parallelly price has also broken above this Williams alligator indicator. And if you look to the downside, RSI is already over 50, MACD already forming a bullish cross, and T3CCI already in a positive territory. So in the past price action, we have found out whenever these three indicators to the downside has given us a confirmation, what has happened after that? This Williams alligator indicator has started to turn bullish. Green line appearing at the top, blue line at the bottom. And if that happens, then this Williams alligator indicator for now will be considered as one important line of support. And after testing around that area, we could be preparing ourselves for another bullish continuation. Yes, guys, price remaining above 59,000-60,000 means we could be preparing ourselves for a new uptrend, because parallelly, the price of Bitcoin has also managed to come across this CPR indicator. This is our leading indicator, which gives us information beforehand. So according to this leading indicator, since we are above the CPR trend lines, what is expected? This same trend line, which previously acted as resistance, to act as support. So if the price manages to find support above this trend line, I think the 60,000 will be flipped into support. I mean, price remaining of the CPR line means 60,000 will just be a number, and price after that could be heading towards the next price objective according to our leading indicator, the monthly arrow line, which is around 66,000. So you can see, guys, this 60,000 resistance must be flipped into support, because in a bigger picture, I've been very clear with you guys, Wyckoff price cycle will play out, signaling us a new market phase, and parallelly even the Livermore pivotal point will play out, giving us a new buying opportunity. So it doesn't matter whichever scenario you look at it, if we manage to find support over 60,000, the price of Bitcoin could be turning very, very bullish. But for now, what I want you guys to do is to simply monitor this price movement using this rising channel. Rising channel is a bearish continuation pattern. So since we are facing resistance from this 50 weighted moving average around 60,000, we are facing resistance from this symmetrical triangle. The upper trend line around 60,000 is rejecting us, and even the dominance of Bitcoin is facing resistance around this 57-58%. So right now it is important that we remain above the CPI line and Williams alligator indicator. So if we remain above this trend line, even this pullback could be very short-lived. I mean, even if the price shows another continuation like this, it might be very short-lived, and price right after that is expected to show another bullish continuation. So please guys, please wait until the 60,000 resistance gets flipped into proper support before jumping into any long trade. But since the price is above this Williams alligator indicator, above the CPI indicator, there is a possibility, I mean, there is a very high probability as well, price not just only flipping 60,000 into support, but even heading towards 70,000 as our next price objective. So this is what I see looking at the price action of Bitcoin in a different time frame using different scenarios. If you enjoyed my vlog, then please guys, do not hesitate to destroy that like button, and to those individuals watching this for the first time, to hit that subscribe button. And also a quick reminder, if you haven't claimed these free bonuses from Bybit, Phemex, OKX, then please check the video description. And by saying this, I'm signing out until next time. Bye bye.